Alright, what's up? We're here for match 2 in our league with Paradox. Uh, not super. We're just trying to get some opinions here of how the deck plays against actual decks. In the tournament practice rooms, we were kind of beating up on a lot of blue-black control and mono-black. So I think decks that, like a Thoughtseize here and there is good, but it's not enough if your clock is just some 2/2s, and then I can block pretty well. Our last match, we just lost to 5-color Niv. Um, didn't have the Antiquities War in either draw. It's a card that if I resolve and the board is even, I've never lost with. And we didn't get like a good Stonecoil presence, which is really good in that matchup. Uh, Instead, so we were trying out the Karns, and Karn kind of got exposed quite a bit by Questing Beast. But the fact it was able to tutor up a lot of good combo pieces and put us in a position where we could win. So we'll see how it goes here. Antiquities War is huge because if you've watched last video, you'll see sometimes we get stuck with like ambers that don't turn on or springleaf drums that are just sitting there. So they're cheap ramp, really situational, but the deck is built to use them. So with that situational ramp, sometimes they're offline, but Antiquities War is another thing that gets used out of them by turning them into it rewards us for flooding the board with the cheap artifacts and playing a lot of them and going wide. Not that there's like good mana rocks in Pioneer. I think we do need some number of them just to ramp out our 4s on turn 3 if we can. And this hand is close. If I don't land, I would totally keep it because I would drum out Sai, and I would have Mock. So I could have turn 3 Antiquities War. That's almost worth it. But it is really fragile if we're playing it's like a fatal push deck. We don't need to take that big of a risk. This is offline, so we don't need that right now. On the draw again. Maybe blue-black inverter here. We're really digging for like a Sai, Emery. We'd be happy with like an Antiquities War. Because we've got the early setup stuff. So yeah, this could be like inverter. Yeah, it definitely looks like inverter. I think our mono white matchup is. I need deck that plays card. I think it's an okay mono white matchup. We get to play card next turn if I stone foil on one. So with this deck, a lot of the time I just stone foil on one to turn on springleaf drums. And then the later ones you can play huge if you want. But even as a 1/1, it'll be a 6/6 with Antiquities War. So like if he thought erasures, that kind of sucks. Looks like he's not and not holding up counter spells. So this is going to be a good Karn rewarding us for playing this. I'm pretty low on resources, so I'm going to grab a Mystic 4. Actually, I think I'm going to grab Tormod's Crypt. And then I'll play it, and I'll grab Mystic Forge for next turn. This is good against Inverter, just to have make their inverters a little bit more awkward. Yeah, we got our value from him. Now we should be seeing Size, we should be seeing Emery, we should be seeing Antiquities War. They're all 4-ofs in the deck that we haven't seen yet this game, and we scryed to the bottom, so odds are we're going to have some good draws coming forward. Emery would be awesome. Because then I would just grab Paradox Engine, I think. One, two, three, four, five. Do want to keep track of dig through time math. He's going to attack Karn, which is actually really good. Play another Oracle. Man, that's kind of loose because I feel like you want to keep him in your hand. Unless he's just got a redundant Jace. And that's probably what that shows me. Again, he's not holding up counter magic, so we are going to go grab our Mystic Force and play it. It's actually cool. Cards we exile with this, we can cast with Karn Great Creator's down tick. We'll hold this if we ever get a Paradox Engine. Ballista's a fine card to draw, I think. Is it though? I'm not sure. We'll see what he does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to hold Crypt up for that Jace as well. I think I'm actually going to exile the Ballista. I think I want to cast. I'm pretty likely to be drawing a Sai, Emery, or Antiquities War soon. So if like I draw a Ballista and then I can't cast one of those, that feels pretty sad. So he's got 3 cards in the yard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig through time. He needs 1 more mana, right? Okay, Jace. So Jace is gonna start. I need to start doing something now. Target him. I don't know how I feel about Springleaf Drum. It's so like we did ramp out a turn 3 Karn with it, but like now, what is it doing, right? So honestly, I think he might have Inverter next turn. I mean, he didn't really dig. Stone Coil, not bad. I think I'm just gonna play it because I need to pressure that Jace. Sai will be a good draw. Sai would be a great draw actually. So hopefully he doesn't just have Inverter. He might though. Medium Thoughtseize, so that's good for us. He's actually gonna be able to flip this Jace too. That's rude. Sure. I mean, this is a control deck, so they're gonna play their answers, but he's drawing a lot of cards. He's looting quite a bit. Flashback opt here. That's weird. So hopefully we can go off with this Sai a little bit. Ah, that's so good. I do want that. Okay, so Sai turns on our Amber and our Springleaf Drum. Man, I think we gotta get rid of it. That sucks. One. Well, I guess I could draw 2, right? Yeah, I mean, I can draw 2. Yeah, so that's what I was kind of like, exile this, and then it's another card I can't play. But those is the read. We were supposed to be drawing these soon. I mean, I don't see why we shouldn't get rid of this and look for like another Amber just in case. So our next turn looks to be good, but it might be too little too late. Oh, he's gonna Thoughtseize me too, right? Oh no, he's digging. I guess this is Thoughts. I'm happy with both these cards in the face of Thoughtseize. And once you turn Drum and Amber on, then like the whole mana engine comes back together and it feels great. I would love, I would actually prefer if I like had instead of Springleaf Drum like a either Spellbomb or something. Something that's like an artifact that interacts would be so nice. But there's just not that there aren't any good ones that I know of. This is also important for the combo. Because you need like actually you really only need one mana rock to make infinite mana. He's not gonna have inverter mana this turn. But it's gotta be like incredibly likely he has inverter now. I think if there's a way I can take Jace off the table. Because then I would feel good again. I mean, he's played out the two Oracles, which is because he had the Jace, I think. Sure, that's pretty good. Might have missed him. Might have missed. I don't think so. I've drawn all my 4-offs for the most part. Another Antiquities War? Oh, he milled me? He didn't want me to draw the island? Oh, Paradox Engine. I think I can play it. Oh, I got a mill. Yeah. I could have played it, but it would have been my last spell. I think this is fine. I mean, I'll draw this. Yeah, looks like we're dead. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like a little low on the interaction department. Like, you'll see last game, it's like we get interacted with and we just don't do enough to them. So I think Rebukes might be main deckable. Well, yeah, it's definitely a good card. I just have a hard time figuring out what to cut. Like, should the combo? I think because I've been running out of gas and playing drums, I think Paradox should just always be in the board. I don't think I need quite as many Springleaf drums. I think maybe Forge is fine in the board as well. I want to try this too. See if I'm okay, like cutting my mana rocks. Feels bad because my curve is kind of high, but I think 4 Amber, 4 Witching Well, 3, like, you really only need like 2 of these to make that. You don't really even need these. Like, just Amber's enough is, like, Amber might actually just be enough on its own, and then I could play some interaction. Because then you don't care about being a little bit slower. I don't know. I think these are just your Serum Visions. This card is awesome. Witching Well is really good. What do I think about this hand? It's slow. It's slow, but counterspells are so good. We can do better. We did. Here we go. We'll put a Psy on the bottom. Got plenty of land. Got a good curve. We got Rebuke up to counter Thought Erasure. Opponent's on a mold of 5. Feels good. I think we'll get a game here. This puts us in a good position to draw any of our like payoffs. I'm gonna get to scry. Like I don't want these. This is a Thoughtseize. I think he takes Psy because I'm so low on resources here and just plays around Rebuke, but he might take Rebuke. Yeah, I think that means he's got Thought Erasure. Emery? Alright. Well, either way, we're going to have a reasonable turn 3 play, I guess. I'm also, like, the combo's been nice, but maybe just Artifact Stompy is good enough. And then I can play a little bit more interaction. So this is awesome. So we will get to play this, and then we'll get to play Emery. Emery, after he's like emptied out his resources, like he had double discard on a Moldify, which I mean we were going card for card, but I have more cards, so we can get a Witching Well with Emery next turn. Gaining a life with Inventor's Fair. Any 4-mana card is good now. We're in a good position for Karn, good position for Antiquities War, Karn Scion. Psy would be a good draw again. Land is also not the end of the world because we're going to crack this eventually. Honestly, I don't even hate the Stone Coil. We're going to crack a Witching Well on end step. Like now we've got a pretty good card advantage thing going here. Sure. So now we're doing some things. He's got 1 card left. What are the odds at some interaction? He had to play the Oracle. I mean, if he just has Inverter, that's terrifying. Much less terrifying. Still, can't believe how strong his Moldified has been. Like Thoughtseize, Thought Erasure, 4 mana, Dig Through Time. Jeez. He's got to grab exactly Inverter Oracle. He's already got an Oracle out. Good draw. This is going to put him on a serious clock here. Tempted to take the Citadel. Okay, he conceded. Yeah, he can't beat that clock. He did mold a 5 though. Man, that's a strong mold a 5. I think yeah, I liked the amount of rocks we were playing there. Didn't feel too bad. Like having the rebuke was not like rebuking a dig through time would be so good. See if we can get some stuff to line up our way. Uh, Adventure Fair with Mystic Forge in the sideboard is a little less great. Like our best thing to grab is Stone Coil or Ballista. So I don't know about all that. So close. I'm gonna dig. I'm gonna have some good selection here. If I can find an Emery, I'll be very happy. Oh crap! I meant to keep that hand. Now I'm on a mold of 5. Shoot. Hand looks fine. Put this back. This hand's actually better. So long as he doesn't have interaction for Emery. And we were on the draw. Yeah, that was silly though. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think I just want one out there. Yeah, that was silly. I didn't mean to mull that, but this hand's turn 2 Emery is nuts. Not in this matchup specifically because it gets answered quite a bit, but he led on Island, so he's pretty far from double black. There we go. Thoughtseize me, take my Emery. Yikes. Thoughtseize against the mold of 5 is brutal. He didn't take the Emery. What? That's silly. Dispute. I see. Okay. I guess not. So I think our best draw is going to be another Emery because we're low on mana. Man, that's silly. I'm kind of mad I accidentally mulled. The cards are important in this mid-range matchup. So I can't take too much away from this game. A pointless mull. Oh, pointless mull to 5 is just meaningless. Honestly, it's only a 3/3. That's not worth it. He mulled as well. This hand might not be fantastic. That's fine. That's why I kind of like having the Stone Coil out. Yeah, okay. At least we're holding up a counter spell. Opponent's got one card left. It's bricked with his Narset twice. Um, so we're actually kind of in this game. If we can get like a mana source and a Karn, like okay. I'm holding up Rebuke, so I don't feel not too scared of anything. Yeah, so we just need a fourth mana source. Like if we can go, he taps out for something like Dig Through Time. Oh, this is gonna be so nice. He's digging. Alright, so we're both in top deck mode, but I've got an Antiquities War, so if I yeet a land, if I rip a land, we're so good. We are in good shape. And in terms of his countering that was so huge, so huge. That was a good Thoughtseize though, good rip. Emery's so good at this point in the game. Oh, this is painful. Just because we've been low on cards, you know? We were in such a good position there if we could rip that. That's tough. Happens. Hey, I'll take it. Now I got 4 mana. He's not going to answer this, so. And we can also crack Witch. Well, not with Narset out, but we could. He's got Jace. That's pretty good. Honestly, I would rather see an Antiquities War. Don't hate the land. Like, I can even grab cornucopias and stuff. I'm gonna grab Hope actually and play it so I can kill that stupid Narset. It's not super pertinent that I Tormod's script him yet, but I'm okay losing Karn. I think as long as this doesn't get pushed, I would really like to kill that Narset. We got so many good draws here. Karn Scion. This game's totally different if I'm able to like play that Antiquities War though. And the Karn on time. Not a bad card here though. Put him under some pressure here. So he's gotta, if he flips this, he's gotta Hero's Downfall, Stone Coil. Otherwise, he just loses the Jace. I think he's Dig Through timing here. He's 1 off, so he chose to dig instead of protect Jace. Interesting. What does he got 2 mana up for? I wonder. I mean, there's nothing like he had a Thoughtseize in the yard that he could have got, but I'm empty-handed. Um, hmm. He had a Hero's Downfall, but outside of that, there's nothing else he could cast, so might as well leave 2 mana up. It's a close game. This makes me think this deck is actually pretty reasonable. It's not a mold of 5 that we are churning some cards here. Good rip. Let's see what happens though. I want to see if I end up killing Jace. I got what I wanted out of this. So I'm gonna do Karn Tormod's Crypt. So it's harder for him to go off. I mean, he does have a lot of mana. He could just do it Inverter Oracle. He could Inverter Oracle me. Got some salt in chat as well. And that's just the thing, this deck scales so well. Like, he's just saying how we have it bricked in 5 turns, and it's like, yeah, Stone Coil at this point in the game is huge. It's terrifying. Karns, like, late siege game, get to play better artifacts. So I'm not gonna crypt him, I don't think. I mean, land Oracle me. I think I need a counterspell. I got 6 mana, so I can't play this and draw 2. I don't know why opponent's still so salty in chat. I think he has the win here. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just like, I gotta do inverter beats to stay alive. I think he's just, I don't know, he's kind of being a jerk. I think he's just slow rolling it. Does he not have it? Or is he just trying to play around Rebuke? I guess I did draw 2. He might be playing around Rebuke. I don't know how you play around it. Yeah. You got me, bro. I can't win. Hey, it was actually kind of close. Yeah, it was tough. Not being able to cast Antiquities War was huge, but I mean, he didn't have everything go his way either. Interesting.